Hello dear students, this is the first video of this week, Standard 6, and in this week I will discuss the following topics. I will discuss about how do computers store data, second, types of computer memory, third, difference between RAM and ROM, and fourth, how do computers deliver information. So as you know that this is chapter number 2, know your computers, and in the previous class we have discussed about components of a CPU, memory unit, control unit, and ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. So these are the three components of a CPU, and I have also discussed the working of a CPU. How does a CPU work? Okay, so today's topic, coming to the first topic, how do computers store data? As you know that computers store data in its memory. Computer stores data and instructions in its memory in the form of binary digits. Binary digits means 0 and 1. Okay, because the binary number system only uses two digits, that is 0 and 1. And logically, 0 represents false and 1 represents true. Means when the current is off, it represents 0. And when the current is on, it represents 1. So types of memory, there are basically two types of computer memory. One is primary memory and another one is secondary memory. Primary memory is also known as main memory. Okay, and secondary memory like hard disk, your pen drive, which can store a large amount of data for future retrieval. Primary memory is the main memory like RAM and ROM. So you can see this block diagram of CPU. Okay, now coming to the primary memory. Primary memory is the main memory of the computer that is accessed directly by the CPU. For example, RAM and ROM. It is known as the main memory of CPU. Why it is known as main memory? Because it is the fastest memory. It is the primary memory are considered as the main memory because it is the fastest memory of the computer. And there are two types of primary memory, RAM and ROM. Why it is fastest? Because it can be accessed directly by the CPU. It can be accessed directly by the CPU. Some another primary memory are cache memory and registers. You will study in higher classes about those memories. Okay. So here you have to only study about two memories, that is RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM are very fast memory because it is directly accessed by the CPU. Now, here one thing more, that what is the fastest memory of the computer? That is the cache memory. Cache memory is considered as the fastest memory of the computer. You have to study about it in higher classes. So now coming to RAM. RAM means random access memory. It is the internal memory of the CPU for storing data, program and program result. Whatever work which you are doing in your computer, every work will be uploaded on the RAM. Okay, and RAM is a temporary memory, means when you switch off the computer, when there is no current flowing in the circuit of your computer, the RAM will be erased. Whatever data which has been stored on RAM, it will be erased. So you can say it is a read-write memory which stores data until the machine is working. As soon as the machine is switched off, data is erased from RAM. Okay. Now you can see two types of RAMs. Okay, RAM is measured in megabytes or gigabytes, and there are two types of RAM, a static RAM or dynamic RAM. A static RAM means SRAM, dynamic RAM means DRAM. This is the figure of a RAM. Okay, so there are many types of RAM. Now coming to ROM, read-only memory. The memory from which we can only read but cannot write on it, means whatever thing is stored on the ROM, you can only see that thing. You cannot edit that thing. You are only supposed to check whatever software which is uploaded on the ROM. You are not supposed to edit it. So this type of memory is non-volatile. RAM is a volatile memory, but ROM is not a volatile memory. The information is stored permanently in such memory during manufacturing. Okay. So at the time of manufacturing, ROM IC is there and the some software has been inbuilt inside the ROM at the time of manufacturing, like your mouse enabling, disabling, BIOS setup. Okay, everything is stored on RAM. Your computer timing, your enabling and disabling power of keyboard, mouse, LAN, etc. Many things are stored on ROM. Now, you can see ROM stores such instructions that are required to start a computer. ROM chips are not only used in the computer, but also in other electronic items. You can see in some electronic items like microwave, like you can say automatic washing machine, ROM IC are used because on those ROM IC, some instructions are uploaded at the time of manufacturing. Okay, so that they can work. So other electronic items like washing machine and microwave oven also contains ROM IC. Or those electronic items in which some automatic setting is there, automatic setting is present, those electronic items contain ROM IC. You can see the picture of ROM IC. This is a type of permanent memory, non-volatile memory. When the current is switched off, its data will not be deleted. Its data will be stored in it forever. Now another is secondary memory. Secondary memory is also known as auxiliary memory, where the data can be stored for a long time, or you can say data can be stored permanently. This memory cannot be accessed directly by the CPU. So these memories are not very fast memory. Okay. For example, hard disk, pen drive, etc. So coming to the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM is a temporary memory while ROM is a permanent memory. Second, RAM. It is a read-write memory. Data can be written and read. ROM. It is a read-only memory. Data can only be read. Data cannot be written in ROM. Second, third point, RAM is a volatile memory as it stores temporary data. It stores the file temporary as long as the computer is working, and when the computer is switched off, it deletes all the data. But in ROM, it is a non-volatile memory as it permanently stores the file even when the power is turned off, such as game cartridge and BIOS program stored in the memory of a computer, etc. Now coming to the next topic, how do computers deliver information? After the processing has been done, the information has to be delivered to the users. This is done with the help of output device. First, computer takes input from input device, then it processes the data, and then it gives the result. As you can see the block diagram of the CPU, first it takes input from the input unit like keyboard or mouse, then CPU does all the processing work. It processes the data inside the CPU and then it gives the result to output unit. Okay. Now it generates the result to the output unit. So in this way it works. So after the processing, the information has to be delivered to the users with the help of output devices. So what is output devices? These are used to display information to the user. Output devices include monitor, printer, speaker, etc. You can see there are many pictures of output devices. These are input devices. Now you can see these pictures are output devices like printer, okay, headphone, speakers, monitor. These are output devices. An output device is any piece of computer hardware equipment which converts information to human readable form. Second point, it can be text, graphics, audio, and videos. Some of the output devices are visual display units, which VDU, which is also known as monitor, printer, speakers, etc. So I hope children you have understood all the topics very nicely. Thanks for watching this video.